This is my temperate rainforest. So, welcome to the temperate rainforest. This forest, you will see, has many biotic and abiotic factors. This forest is covered in moss, shrubbery, and trees. So we have some just mosses. We got some cattail moss growing down from the trees. We got huckleberries. And then we got the sticka spruce, if that's how you pronounce it. Well, they're spruce trees. And a beautiful outlook on the pond here with fish, salmon, for bears to eat. Over here we got the climate and terrain. So the typical climate is a warm or cold depending upon the season. So the precipitation can get up to 60 to 200 inches. That's very rainy. And the average winter temperature is 32 degrees and the average summer temperature is 70 degrees, but it can be hotter in other parts near the equator. Like in Australia, it can be much higher than 70 degrees. So this place is very rainy and it has an abundance of wildlife. So we got our salmon, we have bears. Okay, and then you might be wondering where exactly is the temperate rainforest located. So it's located in parts of North America on the west coast, and then also in parts of the United Kingdom. And then we have parts of Asia, and then the whole island of New Zealand is a temperate rainforest. And then also we have it's to the right of Russia, near Asia. We have more temperate rainforests. General characteristics. So this is temperate because it's a temperate rainforest, and it's like a mild weather. And then what's our dominant life form? So the mosses and the lichens and the trees are the dominant life forms. And then so the terrain is very hilly and mountainous. So we got some hills. I guess you could consider this a mountain. It's kind of hard to find generation with like a lot of mountains, like generation in this game. So, and then let's see. Yeah, and then we got rocks here. We got rocks and our wildlife. So sadly, there is a lot of human impact in this area, and the human impact is logging. Groups of loggers who want money can come in and chop this all down, and it can be very sad. But however, so logging is a huge problem in temperate rainforests. The government is making many parts a national park. This protects land from disturbance. They're also working deals with logging and mining businesses to help save the parts of the forest. The forests are one of a kind, and they really need to be looked after. So yeah, that is the human impact on these forests. And occasionally it'll start and stop raining, so it stopped raining. Over here we have the three animals in our biome. So we have our brown bear, but it's not really brown, so yeah. It's a polar bear, but I'm calling it a brown bear because it's a bear. So, and then its scientific name is Urus arctos. I can't pronounce that, but yeah, that's a brown bear. So this is our bobcats. They're ocelots, and they're called Lynx rufus. That's the scientific name. And then for our wolf, we have the Canis lupus. Next, we have the cattail moss, which is the Isothecium mysoridis. Okay, that is very hard to say. But yeah, that's the scientific name, and that's cattail moss, which you can see on the trees around. And then we have the Stickia spruce, which is Pica Stickenthesis, and that's our spruce tree. And then lastly, we have the huckleberry, which is Vaccinium, which this is our huckleberries, which is sweet berries. And you can see sweet berries all around. And if we go over here, we have our food chain. Okay, so our food chain. So we start with sunlight, and then it goes into certain water plants such as plankton and animals. So there's plankton in there. And then, so those are the producers. And then we have energy loss, and then first level consumer, which is small fish, which are those red fish going around. And then we have more energy loss, and then second level consumer, which is our salmon, which are the big fish. And then we have more energy loss, and then the dietary consumer, which is our apex predator, which is bears. And let me get some fish. Yeah, I'll give you some fish. There you go. You happy? Yes, you're happy. Okay. Thank you all. So, producers of Survivor, why should you come to the temperate rainforest? Well, I think you should come here because it's an experience like no other. This place has amazing features. It's got lynxes, it's got wolves, and the brown bears and black bears. So yeah, it's like it's a cool place, and it's physically cool, unlike the desert or like a tropical rainforest. This is like a mix of a forest and a rainforest, and there's a lot of plants, a lot of wildlife, and I think it'd be really cool. And you could do some cool mud challenges here. You could do a lot of things that you can't do on an island, on a desert,